Hello friends, welcome to this new tutorial. Today I have here this iPhone 6s Plus, and the problem on it is the front facing camera is not working, and also the earpiece is not working. By the way, the earpiece and the front facing camera, they are in one piece, they are together. So if this is the cable that we need to replace. So if the cable is damaged or it's not well placed, that means it's gonna give us maybe the problem in the front facing camera, or maybe on the earpiece, or maybe on both of them. So today I'm gonna show you how to replace this front facing camera, and hopefully this will solve the problem. But before we replace it, we're gonna try to fix the same one and check what's the damage on it. Alright, so let's do it. The first thing we will need some tools. We will need a pentalobe screwdriver. It's a star, small star. Then we will need a Phillips screwdriver. It's like a plus sign. And we will need an IC semi. Then we will need a tweezers. Alright, so the first thing we need to do, we need to turn the phone off. Then we will have to open these two screws here in the bottom with the pentalobe screwdriver. Make sure you organize the screws and remember from where you take them off, so you can put them back easily. Because if you put the wrong screw in the wrong spot, you may damage your motherboard. Alright, so it looks like this screw stuck here. If the screw stuck here and you cannot open it, you just need to use the IC semi and insert it here between the frame and the edge. Then you tight it like this. Then you open the screw. Alright, you see, I got it. Alright, so now after I remove the two screws, we're gonna use this IC semi. We're gonna insert it here between the frame and the glass and the screen. Then we will flip it back, and let me try again, like this, and they will wiggle like this. And once I see like there is a gap here, if the screen pops up, that's good. If not, I will just hold it with my finger. Then I will go to the corner and do the same thing. And there is like adhesive in around the edge here, so you need to pass this all over this this side here, just this side. Don't go around it, just here, and you lift up. Okay, so we're gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold this. I will put my thumb here to hold it. Then I will go to the other side and they will do the same thing. Alright, so I open this. By the way, this method will work on the iPhone 6, 6s, 6 Plus, and 6s Plus. It's almost the same thing. So after that, once I release the screen like this, I will flip it back gently. I don't flip it all the way back because I don't want to damage the cables here. And I already see what happened here. I don't know if you can see it, but I can point to it. You see here, in this corner the cable got cut, so we will have to replace the cable. Sometimes this problem happens when you open the screen. It happens like you flip the screen all the way to the back, then you cut this cable here. Alright, so after I open the screen like this, I will just use the Phillips screwdriver, and the first thing I will do, I will disconnect the battery, because we cannot keep working on the battery while on the phone while the battery is connected. I remove this. We have this bracket here, we need to remove it. I put it next to the screws, then I will disconnect the battery. I just used my nail. Don't use the tools, you may damage something on the motherboard. Alright, so now once the battery is disconnected, we can keep working on the screen. So now we're gonna remove this bracket to disconnect the screen. By the way, these 5 screws here, they are different, so make sure you put them back to the exact spot from where you take them off. As you see the pattern here, so you gotta do the same thing if you want to remember. Then I will remove this bracket. Sometimes the cable sticks on it, in my case I have the front facing, I mean the home button cable sticks to this one. Make sure when you remove this one, remove it carefully. Then we're gonna disconnect the cable. This one got disconnected, so we're gonna disconnect this one and this one. Then we have the screen here. I'm gonna put this one aside because I'm not gonna work on it. In case your cable is not damaged, you can clean around here, use the alcohol and toothbrush and scrub here a little bit, and make sure the teeth here and the connection is very clean, and the pins are not covered with any kind of dust or dirt or whatever. This may solve your problem also. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do, I will remove the earpiece and I will get to this cable here. So let me just show you exactly where the damage is. So this is the front facing camera cable and it's cut here. Exactly right here. See the cut is here. Let me zoom on it a little bit. I hope you see the cut. It's right here. Alright, so let's zoom back. Then we will replace this cable. So we have 3 screws here on this bracket, 1, 2, 3. So okay, remove these 3 screws. As you see, one go here, the other one goes here, the other one goes here. That's how you can remember where to put the screws back. So now what I did, I just lift up this camera, then I will remove the earpiece. I will put it here, and then I will use the tweezers, and I will have to remove this from inside. If only the earpiece is not working, you can make sure that this prongs here, the golden prongs here, they must be touching here when you install it, and when you like put it here in this place. Make sure these dots are touching in its spots, okay? But in our case, we're just replacing the front facing camera. So once you lift up this one back, then you remove this, then we gonna flip it back like this, and we will remove the earpiece. So here we have 3 functions. We have the proximity sensor, and we have the microphone, the top microphone, and we have the front facing camera, and the 4th function is the earpiece connection. Alright, so I'm going to put this one aside, and I will put this one here instead. So to put this one here instead, I'm going to start with the microphone. If you buy this one new, sometimes it comes covered with piece of plastic. Here it covers the whole of the microphone, so make sure you remove that plastic. Then you're gonna start like this. First thing, you're gonna install the microphone. This is the microphone, and the microphone has this extension here. It has small hole. Small hole gonna go inside here. Alright, so once you connect the microphone, you're gonna flip this one to the back. Alright guys, so now once I connect the microphone here, I will flip this cable gently to the back. I'm just doing it like this to make it easy for you. Then what I'm gonna do, I will lift up the camera like this, flip it to the back like this. Then I have this cable here. Here we have the proximity sensor. So you see this little guy here, we need to fold it to the back. So I'm gonna fold it like this, and make sure you fold it the way that it will be some space between the main proximity sensor and this one. As you see, and once you install it here, make sure the square, the black square, goes inside the frame, the gasket that is on the LCD. Make sure it goes inside of it. Sometimes it stays like lifted up a little bit and it feels like it's crooked, and when you put the earpiece it may like mess up the connection between this and this. Alright, so once I connect this thing here, now I'm gonna flip this one, but before I flip it to the back I will put the earpiece. I make sure that the holes of the earpiece are matching with the holes here. Then I will hold it and then I will put this one. By the way, this cable here already has 4 dots and it has 2 holes, one here in this end and the other one in this end. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make sure that these 2 black prongs here getting inside the holes. That's how you can make sure it's matching. Alright, as you see, it's connected perfectly. So now I make sure that the camera is going inside its gasket. Then I'm still holding it. Then I will take this one and put it on the top of it. Boom. So now it's ready. So I make sure I pass my finger here, make sure everything is good installed. I mean well installed. Then I will put the screws. Okay, so I put the 3 screws. Now it's ready. And make sure this cable is all the way in the top, because if you put it underneath it will cover this one, and when you try to connect it, it will be behind, so you're not going to be able to connect it correctly. So make sure the first is the long cable, the second is this one, and the third is the front facing camera cable. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, I will just connect these cables one by one. The first one is going to be connected here. Make sure it's matching with its connection on the motherboard perfectly. Then you click on it. And don't use the force. If it's not matching, it's not going to click. So make sure you adjust it and align it perfectly. Second one, then the third one. Alright, so the 3 cables are connected. Now it's time for this bracket. I'm putting it back now. And also make sure don't flip the screen back, because that will damage the cable. If you mess up the order of the screws, the longest one is going to this corner here, and the smallest ones, they are going to these 2 spots. Then we have another small one, is gonna go to the middle. Then this one is a little bit longer, it's gonna go to this corner. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do, I will connect the battery, then put this bracket. This bracket has 2 screws on it. This is the first one and this is the second one. Alright, so once everything is installed perfectly, then we're gonna put the top first. It has like a hook, it's holding on the frame. So the first one, we're gonna put this one and hold it very well. Make sure don't let it go to the back, because if there is like a very small gap here, it's not gonna allow the screen to sit flat on this frame. You're not gonna be able to close it from the bottom. So now I'm making sure it's all the way in. Then I will snap it from here, then from here, then from here, then from here. Everything is good. So I will turn the phone on. Meanwhile, I will put these 2 screws back. I mean the last 2 screws. If the front facing camera cable is good, everything should work perfectly. So I'm just gonna wait for it to turn on. Yeah, this is the cable and it's cut here in this corner. See, I'm gonna cut it a little bit more because I'm not gonna use it anyway. See, it's cut now completely. This is just trash, you cannot use it anyway. Alright, the phone is on now. So what I'm gonna do now, I will test. This is the rear camera, and I'm gonna turn the front facing camera. And voila, this is front facing camera. As you see, it shows this is the back, this is the front. Good. The home button. So now we're gonna test the earpiece. So we're just gonna call like any number. It's working. Proximity sensor is working too, as you see. So, and the speaker X. Alright, so everything is working fine, and I hope that this video helped you to solve your problem. If it does, please hit the thumbs up. Also share this video with your friends, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe for more videos. See you in the next video and have a wonderful time. Peace.